I just created my most advanced music video using nothing but AI tools. No camera, no crew, and it didn't cost me thousands of dollars to make. But before I show you how I did it, let's rewind for a second. About 6 months ago, I made my first AI generated music video, and it actually did pretty well. You guys loved the concept, but it was far from perfect. The lip sync was off and the characters kept changing between shots. But that was 6 months ago. And 6 months in AI is like 5 years in any other industry. Tools have evolved. Google Nano Banana now solves character and scene consistency, and new video models like Hailuo 2.3 are giving us insane realistic motion for a reasonable price. So I wanted to try again, but this time I've set myself another challenge. My goal will be to make a music video that looks like a real high budget production without spending more than $97.55. Why $97.55? Because that's exactly what my last AI video cost, and this time I want to prove I can make something even better for less. Alright, let's get started and see if we can actually pull this off. So before we start building the music video, we need a song. I made this electronic metal track in Suno, and honestly, I love it. It kind of gives off that Linkin Park energy. This will be our first expense, costing us $15 to use the Suno Pro plan, which includes access to the vocal stem feature we'll need later. One of the best suggestions I got from my last video was to stem the vocals. Here's what the non-stemmed version sounds like. And here's what the stemmed version sounds like. It's been a minute, I'm finally back. I'm right where I belong. The reason we do this is simple. It massively improves lip sync accuracy when we generate our singing shots later. Now that we have our song, it's time to figure out what is this actual music video about. So I dropped the lyrics into ChatGPT to break down the meaning and tone, and for this I'm using ChatGPT Plus, which costs $20 a month. Another hit to our budget, but it's worth it, especially as it will help us write our prompts. After brainstorming, we came up with a simple but cinematic story. A guy meets a girl, they share a connection. Later, he sees her being harassed by a bunch of goons. He tries to protect her, but she ends up saving him with her powers. They walk away together into the sunset, and that's the end. Nothing overcomplicated, but it perfectly matches the song's emotional arc, and it will make for powerful visuals when we mix in the band's performance scenes. Now with the concept ready, it's time to bring the story and the band to life. I used Higgsfield to generate all of the visuals because it gives unlimited Google Nano Banana image generations for consistent character design. Link to access this will be in the description. The Pro plan costs $29 and also gives us 600 credits for later when we do lip sync. First, I created the band members individually, the guitarist, the drummer, and me as the vocalist, using my own selfie as a reference. Then I generated the stage environment and combined everything to make a band foundation shot. And from there, I used Nano to create all the variations we'd need, close-ups for emotional moments, medium shots of the full band, and for the storyline, I generated the main characters, the guy, the girl, and the 3 goons. So once we had the concept locked in, I actually need to build out the narrative visually. So here's how I did it. So I started with the main character reference image, and I used that same reference image to generate every single shot in the storyline. For example, I first generated a shot of him lying in bed, staring up at the ceiling. Then I took that exact image and told Nano to zoom out, showing more of the bedroom. Then I used that image to zoom out again, and now we can see the entire roof of the house. I did the same thing for the more emotional moments, him staring into the empty fridge, walking alone through the city, and later walking through a quiet autumn park. Then I repeated the exact same process for the female character, first a shot of her walking down the street, then reading in the park, then I generated the goons confronting her in the same scene. This generate as you go workflow is the key to building scenes that feel like a real film instead of a random disconnected AI shot. Now that I have all my still images ready, it was time to actually bring them to life. Even though Higgsfield does have video tools built in, for this music video, I actually went directly to Hailuo's website. Link to get there will also be in the description. That's because I wanted access to very specific features like start and end frame control and also specific camera presets. Now the main model I used was the new 2.3 fast model, and that one cost 50 credits per 6-second clips. And whenever I needed a shot that transitions from one image to another, I used the 2.0 start and end frame model, and that one cost 80 credits per clip. I did end up topping up credits a few times using Hailuo's video model, but we'll find out in the end if I did go over my budget. But for now, let me show you a few examples of how I use the video models to generate some really cool shots. Whenever the song hits high energy sections, especially the intro and chorus, I use the prompt like animate this scene with intense live metal performance energy, combined with the shake camera preset. For softer parts of the song like the verses, I use the same prompt, but I switched it to low intensity live metal performance energy. Now for the story, I use the images I generated using Nano to create some cool effects and transitions. Here are some examples. So for the bedroom shot, I started with the wide rooftop shot as the start frame. Then I used the close-up bedroom shot as the end frame, and it created this cinematic reveal into his emotional state. For the fridge scene, I selected the fridge shot as the end frame. Start with the fridge closed, camera on the inside, then open the fridge to reveal him looking inside. And for the shield scene in the park, I used the shield impact image as the end frame, then told the model to start with the goon off screen, then have him rush in, punch, then show the field form mid-impact. Okay, next, here's where lip sync comes into play. I did this in two different ways depending on the type of shot. For the performance shots that are animated earlier in Hailu, I exported those videos and brought them into Higgsfield's Lip Sync Studio. And because I already stemmed the vocals earlier, I was able to isolate specific parts of the song. Then I used the Kling lip sync model to overlay the singing on top of the video. For some shots, instead of animating the video first, I actually used a single image of my character and generated the lip sync animation from scratch. And this works great for close-ups where the character is singing directly into the camera. The final step was to edit everything together in Premiere Pro and match the pacing to the song, which is where the whole project comes to life. Alright, so before I show you guys the final result, remember to stick around at the end to see if I do pass my challenge. Also, if you want to make your own AI music videos like this step by step, I put everything I know into my AI music video ultra pack. Link will be in the description. Alright, here's the music video.
There's no turning back, 'cause every time I walk away, I feel alone. It's a feeling that I need to know. I'm floating through the stardust. It won't be long till I find you. Falling through the stardust, and it's bringing me closer to you. It's been a minute, I'm finally back. I'm right where I belong, there's no turning back. 'Cause every time I walk away, I feel alone. It's a feeling that I need to know. Nothing left, nothing left, nothing left for me, for me, for me, for me. Nothing left, nothing left, nothing left for me, for me, for me, for me. Nothing left, nothing left, nothing left for me, for me, for me, for me. Nothing left, nothing left, nothing left for me, for me, for me, for me. I'm floating through the stardust. It won't be long till I find you. Falling through the stardust, and it's bringing me closer to you. Just leave me here in the dark. You can leave me here, 'cause this is where I belong. I wanna know what it's like to die, 'cause every time I close my eyes, it feels like home.
Alright, if you enjoyed that, please drop a like and please leave me a comment for any feedback as well. So now let's talk about the budget. So here's what I spent. ChatGPT Plus cost $20. Suno Pro subscription for the song and the stems cost $15. Hixfield Pro for images and lip sync cost $29. Halu Pro for the video animation, $34.99. So the total for this project was $98.99, which I know is $1.44 more than the last video project. And that means, unfortunately, we failed our challenge. But honestly, I can say that the quality of this music video was much better than the one from 6 months ago. So I guess in a way you can say that this challenge was a bit of a success. Anyway, I will leave it there, guys. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.